Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the stage.
Oh, yeah. 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 Boop, boop. Boop, boop.
Yeah.
Woo! Let go, let go. Look, we about to get it brackin' in this bitch. You just tuned into the littest channel on Twitch. And I am T-Pain, you know the OG. So when you think of legends, I am one of those kings. Hope please, get on both knees. I'm your host tonight, but feel free to host me. I'm a big brainer, pro gamer. Other channels, lame-os, they no namers. 5 subs, 20 subs, 50. Yeah, I can't put money in the bank cause it won't fit in. Yeah, I stay loyal to my royals and you know I can't switch. Take the trash outside, better get out my face, bitch. That's what's up. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, that's what. Let's go check.
T-Pain kicking us off. T-Pain's a Star Wars fan, so don't even go. I mean, he's on it too, so that we're glad to have him here. So shout out T-Pain for again allowing us to introduce this thing. Which, to be fair, I don't watch like Twitch gaming. Like that's not a thing I watch. But T-Pain on Twitch is probably the best entertainment on the internet. It's quite ridiculous. So if you haven't checked him out, check him out. And I'm not even saying that because he let me use his audio. I'm saying it because it's true. So what's up, guys? We are back, and we've got Mike over here. We got Trevor down here, guys. You were here a while. It's been a minute.
It has been a while.
Yeah. So he's here. I don't know who else is going to join. We'll see how that goes. We're going to talk about a couple things. Hot Toys reveals for this week. We got Hasbro Pulse reveals, which that's... we are going to talk about Kenobi, so I will give you a warning on that. If you want, I'll put it on the screen. We're definitely going to talk about Kenobi episode 1 and 2, so there will be spoilers for that. We'll try to make an announcement so we can get into that, and then wherever else we want to go. We are not going to talk about Top Gun, which is a shame. Which may be, I'm going to go ahead and say it. It is definitely the greatest film of 2022 so far. It might be the greatest piece of entertainment in 2022 so far.
Yeah.
Outside of T-Pain's Twitch stream. So, just saying. It's pretty good. So, we're not going to talk about that. We'll talk about it another day. We're going to talk about Star Wars. Hope you guys are doing well. So,
do we have a sponsor tonight?
Yeah. Oh, yes, we do. We have a sponsor. We do. I got it right here. Tonight's sponsor is Dark Horse Star Wars Comics. I found these as I was packing stuff up. I forgot I owned them. So there's that. So there we go. For those who are curious what the heck these are. These are the Twilight Saga, issue 1 of 4. I have all 4. The first appearance of Ayla Secura. I need to get these graded. But I forgot I had them. I bought them a while back. And there they are. I've never read them. At least I have the digital copies too, but anyways, there's that. So we're sponsored by that, and we're sponsored by Peach Red Bull right there. And you got what the heck is that?
I don't know if I'm supposed to say Zoa or ZOA. It's the energy drink that The Rock drinks.
Oh,
so
well then,
obviously, if you drink this, you'll look like The Rock.
Wow.
Moving my hair like The Rock. I'm waiting for the other stuff to kick in.
I'll be honest with you. I've been drinking this, and I look like me, so I'm going to change. I'm going to change over to that. Trev's got Diet Coke, that's good.
It's classic.
It's classic. I hear people swear by Coke Zero, but they didn't sponsor us, so I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm not going to say. But let's see what we got in the chat. Luna Stop Motion says, hello. How you doing, man? 16 Jedi's in the house. Ryan R. How dare he interrupt Sideshows live? I didn't know they were live, but I doubt they care. And also, they suck. So there we go. Knight of Ren. What's up, brother? All right, Ryan R. says it right. Boop, boop. So we got all kinds of people. Look, John Schumacher's in the house. Linda's here. Linda doesn't even collect clones. I don't know if she's actually seen Clone Wars. I know she doesn't collect clones. So maybe we can talk her into get one of these chromes. Ooh, clone troopers. That would be kind of awesome as well. And AJ's here. Well, let AJ it is. So yeah, we're pretty excited about this. So I'm gonna just as an overview of this week, Trevor. Thoughts? Were you underwhelmed, overwhelmed, pleasantly surprised? Where are you at?
Pleasantly surprised.
Hot Toys.
I was not expecting Hot Toys to drop the variety. Like I was expecting more Attack of the Clones. They promised we'd get 4 or 5 new figures from Attack of the Clones for the 20th anniversary. Didn't see that, and then everything they dropped I thought was awesome.
That's weird camera angles right there. Yeah, that's cool. What about you, Mike? Well, I know you spoke with your wallet, but we won't get there yet.
Yeah, we'll get there without too many details. No, so the whole. So I mean, this week's been a great week, right? I mean, between Tuesday, I got to see Top Gun. We have the Star Wars celebration going on. We got Obi-Wan, that dropped last night. We have the Star Wars celebration, going on. Like it's a good week. I've been watching some of the live. I haven't been watching it live, but I've been watching the YouTube stuff of the stuff that's going on in the convention. And they're really, they're dropping the trailers. They're dropping, a lot of news. The Filoni Favreau conversation was interesting. It was great to see Warwick Davies and the cast of the new Willow. So I mean, they're bringing out a whole lot of stuff, and it's kind of bringing back the convention atmosphere. And then from a Hot Toys perspective, I'll be honest, I never thought that they would ever make the vehicles that they're making. Yeah. I mean, we've all seen that coming soon of the Anakin, ship just sitting there taunting us with the coming soon next to it, just like Padme and everybody else that they have there. And it's like, okay, they're never going to step up. And then they dropped 3 amazing vehicles. So
that are up for pre-order. They didn't just tease us; they're actually orderable.
Well, because I texted you when they initially showed them, and I'm like, okay, is this just another one of those teases where it's just going to be on the coming soon for the next 2 years?
Exactly.
But then the pre-orders dropped, and so now they have my money.
But not. They just have. We won't talk about how much, but they have some funds. So what I would like to jump in here. I'm going to pull up some photos of this stuff and of the vehicles because they dropped those first. And of course, then we've got some other thing. By the way, if anybody missed this, Taskmaster was released in Hong Kong. Not that anybody cares, but it happened. Anybody wondering? I'm not getting that figure. I'm skipping it. So no review for me on that one. You'll have to go watch somebody else. Let's go to let's go to where they started with. I'll pull this up on the big screen if I can. Let's go there. Let's go there. Yeah. So, of course. Yeah. Cycle. Come back here. This is what we saw first, right? Yep. This whole thing. When I first saw this, I thought they were just like, I didn't actually think they were going to make them either.
No way. Yeah.
I didn't. But then they said, no, screw you guys. We're actually going to make them. And then we get this one. So we got 2 different vehicles. For those wondering, there are 2 different. You get the speeder with the sidecar with the heavy trooper, and then you can get the speeder with Commander Appo outside of that. So are you getting one, both, none? Trev, what are your thoughts on this guy?
I'm with Mike. I've both. They're already ordered.
Oh, he's already spoke with his wallet. He's done. It's gonna take up so much room, though.
A ton of room, but you have to.
You can't get one though.
Well, and if you get the BARC speeder with sidecar, you've got to buy an extra trooper. That's the rules.
Which I did too.
There you go.
You bought an extra 501st?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've got 4 of them here already. So.
Oh, look at that, man.
Look at it. I mean, it's a thing of beauty.
Now, I'm going to ask you a question in the chat. Here's what I know in the chat. Here's what I know. Has the recent, and William Owens in the chat, check your, wait, hold on. Is there somebody? Somebody is. Oh, look at this guy. What the heck? Look at that. This guy snuck in. What's up, brother?
What's going on?
William Owens, I sent you a message on Facebook. Check it if you like. What I want to know is, has the recent Clone Wars drops, have they affected your future collecting? Like, have you taken a look at your collection and gone, all right, something has to happen here? I want to know that. So, Mike, I know you're very specific on what you order. So,
Yeah, so I mean, we've kind of talked about it. I think you and I are in a similar place from a long-term collecting perspective, which is I'm going to stick with Star Wars now. I'm going to keep most of the Marvel pieces I have, but Spider-Man and Iron Man are probably the only two figures in the future that I'm going to keep getting, and then I'm going to focus the rest pretty much on Star Wars, and even then, predominantly on Clone Wars. I'm still getting some of the Mando stuff because they tie between, but yeah, it's going to be Star Wars for the most part moving forward.
This makes me sad that, like, I have $500 or whatever I'm spending on a blurg.
Yeah.
And you got to get 2 blurg. You can't get one. So I got to get 2 blurg. And then I'm like, oh man, the blurg cannot compete with this. You just can't. Oh, but I'm with you. I'm definitely on that path too. Trevor, has this affected your collection at all, or you just buy everything and say screw it?
Mike and I seem to have similar stance. Yeah, I've been focusing with regards to Marvel just on the Iron Man Mark 7. So I have like Midas and Sub-Zero and Stealth, and then Spider-Man as well, but then exclusively Star Wars outside of that. So
yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah. I don't want to miss this super chat, so let me make sure I catch this. I got the mouse on 2 different screens here. Let's see. I don't want to make sure I mix. Proxy says only 501st first figure I want after these weeks is 5s. Oh, yes. After that, please give other battalions more love. 212th. So he says I'm done with the 501st. Just give me 5s and move on to a different battalion. That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, we need a couple other guys, but yeah, I mean, I do hope they expand the line.
I mean, we're definitely they haven't put it up for order yet, but the commander that's yellow, the clone commander.
Oh yeah,
he's on the preview thing, but they haven't actually put it up. But we saw him when they announced the pilot, right? And he was in that photo or the blogger photos. So I think we're going to see him. This guy on the ATRT, that's not up for order yet either. So
no, but look at it.
I'm going to have to go with a pair on that one as well.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Freaking hype for this. Seamus, I know you're not going to get these because you're the DC guy, but what are your thoughts on the awesomeness?
I mean, to be honest, I collect Mandalorian figures. I have those. I like the Clone Troopers, and the fact that they're now kind of really diving deep, for Hot Toys, more so than we have seen for Hot Toys. I think everybody should be happy, if you think about it. Now, I know there was some complaints about the chrome ones, and that they're like, why are we even doing this? I'm like, we're going to get different variations, but these guys, I love them. And I can't wait. I love that ATST. I really do. I mean,
you guys know, I don't, maybe those in the chat don't know, but I am moving soon. So I'm moving into a larger man cave.
Yeah, perfect.
So what kind of I feel like I'm going to have, here's some of my thoughts. Like, how in movie, like war movies, they have like the battlefield, they play the war games on the table. I feel like I'll build one of those. I just have clones like doing their thing. I don't know, but I feel like that could happen. I'm super excited for this, and I'm with you on that. You could not have a sidecar with no trooper in it. That's fair. We didn't see battle droids. They showed them at the show, but we haven't seen them up for pre-order or any photos or anything like that. They showed a battle droid on the STAP, and then it showed just regular battle droids, which I think we're definitely going to get at some point. But I'm okay with not getting like 15 pre-orders this week. I'm good with that.
Yeah, we need to pace ourselves. But, it is funny. I would have never thought that I would have craved a Krell until these things came out. And it's like, you almost want to just, reenact the entire, scene from Embaro. So,
yeah.
I mean, I know that they won't drop one of those, but, if a third party wants to put one together, it'd be appreciated.
There may be something to 3D print and just paint it.
There you go.
And then you don't have to worry about joints. Yeah. So Commander Oppo here in the Bark Speeder, which out the sidecar, I think it's amazing as well. Having the speeder bike, I've had the Sideshow speeder bike, which is complete garbage, and then the Hot Toys speeder bike, which is less garbage but still kind of finicky. The vehicles are, they're plastic and finicky, and it is, the figures don't pose all that great on them, like just because of the physics of the figures. I mean, even this one you can see is kind of awkward there with the legs. But man, if they come around painted like that with all the weathering and everything going on, you got to have two. And then we get this guy. I'm happy. I'm a happy nerding out clone collector. So I remember when I first bought like the whole batch of clones, everybody goes, "What do you need all those clones for?" I'm like, "This is what I saw happening. I saw this." I don't know if I didn't make it happen.
Room now. I mean, that's the thing is I wouldn't make plans for your man cave yet. You still got these guys coming out.
Yeah.
Plus, you still have your 6-scale Batmobile. I mean, all of these things that are going to be.
That's going to end up at work.
What? How dare you?
How dare me? I have a large office at work. I got to put something in there.
I thought that's where I thought that you're putting all your Marvel in there.
Currently there's a lot of stuff in there because I've packed up a bunch.
Right.
But yeah, it's. I mean, that thing's going to be this freaking big. It's going to be huge. You see the photos he's working on it.
Yeah.
So I'm curious in the chat. Are you upset that in order to get these troopers, you have to get the bikes? I think that's an actual concern.
I mean,
I don't see them offering these troopers outside of the bikes. I just don't see
I think you're right. They won't.
I think people might be a little bit more upset if they were like 5s, heavy, hard case.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but I mean, he didn't come up in any of our top 5 desired, clones. And so I would be very upset if it was a 5s.
Yeah. Look, the master enabler down at the bottom.
My wallet is hurting right now. This is unbelievable.
We're gonna have this is gonna be like a collecting therapy session as we mourn our bank accounts.
Well, hello, gentlemen, and thanks for having me. I don't know if I'm going to survive this week, though. Unbelievable. These figures are great. I don't know. I'll have to stop with Marvel and continue on here with Star Wars.
That's what I'm talking about. People are, and you're not the only one. I'm not, and we're not the only guys going. Here's the thing: when they drop an Iron Man figure, nobody goes, "Oh, I need 6 of those."
No, because they already have 6 Iron Men.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not 6 of the same one. They've got 6 other ones that are sitting there. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, Seamus is right because I think it's climbed to about die-cast, probably about 18 die-cast. Somewhere in that area.
And I have no intentions to stop buying Iron Man figures. I have 0 or Spider-Man figures. If they drop a Spider-Man figure or an Iron Man figure, I will have it. Done.
Yeah, you just got to stop somewhere, though.
You got to stop somewhere. Well, I'll still get stuff for review. I don't think I'll keep them all unless it's just something amazing,
But you don't have to stop, Jed. It just keeps moving house. That's the way you solve this problem.
No. Well, that is true. I actually did run out of space in here, but anyways, I've spent the last week packing up stuff and taking truckloads of stuff to the warehouse and boxes and pallets, and that's been a thing. And it literally, if you came in here, it looked like I didn't do a damn thing. I do not. Statues are the worst. Just Mike knows all about statue moving. So
yeah,
I'm hoping that when I open them later that they're
well. You kept all the boxes and everything like that. My problem was I didn't, and then I moved and had like 1.5 survivors.
And
I just can't believe all these vehicles they're releasing. It's just unbelievable. And the space, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, I've got the snow speeder coming and and I've got this sand speeder, race sand speeder, and I don't know. That's why this bedroom is going to become, I think, the new studio.
There you go. Who needs a bed anyways? Just get that thing out of there.
Let's have a cot.
I am so over the flipping moon with these guys. And I hope I do hope we get some other battalions. Like we saw the regular troopers, right? They were just clone troopers. And I did order 6 of those whenever they released them. By the way, they showed a new Scarlet Witch. Not that anybody cared. But yeah, when they announced the other clones, wherever the hell they are, there's the Batman update. I guess I can go up here. I did get 6 of those. Actually, I'll end up with 8. 10. I end up with 8 of the regular clones and 2 pilots. I think that's what I ended up with. But because they're not 501st, they'll match with wherever I want to go. And I can definitely put the regular clones on these vehicles. Where'd you go?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, that's the pilots. Where'd you go? Oh, these guys.
Right there. Yep.
Yeah. So, now here's my wife will say this. She goes, I've said this before. Why do you have so many of the same thing? And I'll be like, they're different. This one's got a blue helmet. This one's got a red helmet. And then when you buy 10 of the same exact one, you're going to be like, they're different TK numbers.
Yeah. Just make up names. Just make up names.
Numbers, yeah. I don't know, man. I'll add a little paint to them or something.
It's interesting because, there are people out there that have not seen Clone Wars because it's a cartoon, right? They just have the live actions. And I feel like, number one, how much do you miss in Mando and Book of Boba Fett, only knowing like Ahsoka from the live action, it would be like knowing Luke only from the Last Jedi film, right? Like you just lose a lot from that.
Yeah.
And then how much would today or this week not be satisfying for you when you see all of these amazing drops and you have no idea why people are excited?
Yeah.
Clone Wars and Rebels have really become an anchoring point for a lot of the merchandise and the series and and so it's just, for those who haven't seen Clone Wars or Rebels yet, I highly recommend it, because especially with Ahsoka coming out, focused on, Thrawn and maybe Ezra and things like that. It's so worth it because you'll have so much more enjoyment with a lot of the stuff that's coming out now. And I think Favreau and Filoni sort of talked about that when they were doing their discussions. So I think it's a great week, but I do understand if people were only fans of the films that they might be a little disappointed with some of the drops.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I saw somebody this week. I don't recall who it was. Maybe it was last week. They were questioning why anybody would want Cad Bane because of they hadn't seen Clone Wars. Like I don't know. Why would anybody want Cad Bane? And they were like, I don't want to watch a cartoon. He's in blah blah blah. I don't want to watch cartoon. I want to watch cartoon. And then 10 minutes later, they go, I'm super excited for Clone Wars Ahsoka, and I'm going.
Right. You have no idea who Ahsoka is if you haven't seen Clone Wars.
If all you've seen is Ahsoka is Mando, you don't know a damn thing.
Yeah. Like I said, it would truly be somebody talking to you about Luke Skywalker having only seen The Last Jedi.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That doesn't work.
Shame. I feel like Game of Thrones, the bell.
Shame.
Oh God. As long as you don't walk down the hall naked.
Nobody needs to see that. All right, calm down with that. Nobody needs to see that.
So I want to ask William, if your wife is nearby, you don't have to say this, but how many of these are you getting, and of what?
Well, I'll definitely be getting the vehicles because I'm a big vehicle person, and it's going to be the space issue. It's, and I'm serious. I'm going to end up probably taking the master bedroom. It's in the middle of remodeling anyway. And I'm thinking, what the hell? I'll just, this has the most space in it. I'll just, retrofit this thing, and it will be, my command center, just like, the new Jeddah headquarters.
Yep.
I'll have the circular desk, and I'll have, I'll stay away from statues though. That's where I draw the line.
For now.
Mike, thanks.
All right, there's no way you can pass on that Mythos Vader statue. You can't.
Don't say that.
Did you see? You can't.
Yeah, there was photos of that today.
Yeah, you can.
Video.
You
it looks amazing.
You can easily pass on it. You
cannot.
No, you can't.
Seamus has good, he knows where to draw the line. He has,
I don't have. Listen, if I
DC,
if I have more of an open budget, this conversation would be going entirely different. All right.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. Mike's ordered. I'm not going to say what Mike's ordered, but Mike's ordered some stuff, some things.
Some things that were made available this week.
We won't talk. We won't talk in multiples or anything like that.
One or more of.
Yeah, right.
them.
So,
well, you know, more's coming, right? You know, you're going to have, you know, they got to drop Mace, and they have to have Padme.
and how many battle droids do we got to buy?
And then the super battle droid as well. Like there's, right? Like
We
they were the
talk
ones we
about
were
how many battle
expecting.
droids,
We were,
yeah.
we
So
were
it's about a
expecting.
realistic ratio of battle droids to clones, right?
I don't even. Don't. Let's not go there, man. Let's not go there.
Well, and it's kind of a crossover too, because it could work with Mando even. So you know.
Yeah, I mean
Or
the
super battle
regular
droid,
battle
that's-
droids could be Clone Wars, you know, the film or Clone Wars the show, or it's.
That's a definite multiple purchase there.
They
And we're only day 2 of celebration, right? Like the drop happens in 2-3 hours in Japan. We're going to be looking at Hot Toys tonight and seeing what they drop for tomorrow and then for Sunday.
So staying on Hot Toys, something that nobody saw coming, because you go ahead and just talk about the well, hold on, a page. I got to reload my page. It's being silly. Come on, Facebook. Okay, there it is. I lost my. There we go. Okay, so let's go back here. Nobody saw this coming, but I'm flipping excited about it. I don't care how silly it is or how whatever. I'm freaking happy about this.
I'm on the fence with this one. The Death Trooper though is a definite, I think.
Yeah.
This clone trooper is epic. Like I'm just looking at. I've got the gold one and the chocolate or the bronze chocolate one, and like those two stand out. And this is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
This thing is.
Oh, stop the presses! Stop the presses! Look at this! Look at this, Linda. I kind of want this chrome trooper.
Whoa! Whoa!
Wow!
Has
Linda's
Hell
like,
Froze
that's
over?
shiny. I want it.
It's
I
awesome. This thing is
I've
gorgeous.
I may or may not have already ordered 2 of these, but probably most certainly did.
Now the rest of the public can get this. You know, if you haven't been to Celebration and got the coupon, was it the June 1st?
June 1st, yeah.
June 1st, they're gonna.
Yeah.
These will be available. These are not selling out. This is not this is not that. However, if you would like to get yours, Pop Collectibles will have these, or wherever you like to buy things. If you're looking for a distributor in the States, Sideshow's your only bet because this is Sideshow exclusive. If you're outside of the States, buy it from whoever the hell you like. So
And the only chrome unit that was ever slightly rare was the copper/chocolate one. That was a Asia exclusive, but yeah, that was about it.
Yeah, I flipping love this. This is gonna look so good next to Chrome Mando, or you know, these could just be. You could create your own like separate battalion of these guys, where these are just the badasses, and they, you know, whatever. I don't know.
This can be your Terminator, your T-1000 of the Star Wars universe.
Exactly. I'm a little concerned about the paint because I like to pose these guys, and if I scratch the paint, it's going to suck. So I'm a little concerned for that. Because, you know, currently the other ones, like you scratch it, who cares? These guys, you scratch them, you're probably going to be having a bad day. But dang, that Phase 1 helmet's where it's at, buddy.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Come on, William. Come on, you can do it.
Oh gosh!
Look at that! Come on.
I know, but
I've
actually got right now. I think I've got 40 pre-orders right now. So
you wouldn't even
what's another couple then? Just keep going.
Oh,
are you telling me you like the Death Trooper better than this? That's what you.
Well, I have 2 other Death Troopers, and I just thought having that would be a nice contrast to it, because you know you have the glossy black, and then to have the chrome look would be kind of cool. Avoid who's enabling who here?
Not me, man. Not me.
I'm William. That Death Trooper in chrome, black chrome. I'm getting him as well. He's
So I'll back up to that guy.
Well, now I'm actually looking for a decently priced Krennic, because I just think that would be perfect.
Yeah, good shout.
Yeah, that would.
I think
and he seems like the kind of guy that would want like black chrome Death Troopers as part of his, you know, escort. So
this pose here, I loved when I saw this. I was like, left hand holding the blaster, and it was.
That's a great
awesome.
pose.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
I'm stealing it. I'm not even.
yeah.
gonna change.
I was like, if you need a pose for a Death Trooper, that was just.
Because they're not
upped their game over the past year or two.
The Mando Death Trooper is more posable than the original Death Trooper. They had all the straps and everything. The Specialist Deluxe, the one I have, had all the straps and everything. This one's perfectly fine posing. So
Yeah, it looks basically like the same Mando version, but the light up feature, probably the same accessories.
oh yeah.
That chrome look to it, though.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pose that thing with like those nice white cloth gloves that they use in like fancy jewelry stores or whatever.
Seamus, it reminds me of remember the armored Batman from the Ben Affleck one? They dropped a chrome version of that as well, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
That was a Toy Fair exclusive.
Yeah.
And then that looked good as well. But
Yeah, and I think that this would be something that, I'm kind of with William here. I like it, and especially when you get Moff and you have these guards surrounding him, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
As far as like protecting him. I like this version than the kind of glossy matte finish. I like this chrome version better. But I will say, still not as good as the Phase 1 helmet Clone Trooper.
No.
do we have prices on these yet?
Oh yeah.
I couldn't see them on Sideshow.
Sideshow. Hey, you've got a dot in the middle of your Sideshow.
It's supposed to be there.
Oh, gotcha.
Ooh.
I'm an expert. All right, so here they are.
But I couldn't see prices. That was the thing.
Well, let me make. Oh, you can't. Crap. Well,
I didn't get a code, so
I've already ordered them. So I'll tell you how much they are. Hold on.
Because the gold one when it came out, I mean, it was a few years ago. It was $235.
Yeah,
so.
I will tell you exactly. Hold on a second. Order details.
Have you guys touched on the new Heavy Mando yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. All right, you got to let me in. Okay, orders. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Okay, so the Death Trooper is $245.
Okay.
And the Clone Trooper is $275.
Whoa.
Because of two helmets?
They're going to hang around. They won't sell out at that price.
No. I don't think they're going to sell out either. I don't think they're going to sell out at all. I think, let me just do this. I think Pop Collectibles has them. I'm going to see what he's got his for. I don't remember.
Yeah, I got mine from Pop already.
Pre-order.
I can't remember what I paid, but
new.
I guess I could just look at my email.
Here they are. Yeah, so he's got the Clone Troopers for $278, and then there's a discount for me. 5%. That's first batch. First batch $316. That ain't bad actually. So second batch is sold out because of whatever.
Yeah, I'm surprised. He only had one left when I bought the Death Trooper.
Yeah, so $316 with my discounts $300. So yeah, depending on when they're going to drop.
So you're paying to get the first batch. You're paying like what $330 like $35 premium, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So this second,
I thought he might be sold out of the Death Trooper.
Oh, he sold out of those. Well, he'll probably get more, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
I'm sure he will.
But yeah, so Travis John's dropping some heat. All right, what we got? Obi-Wan Episode 3 Legacy Saber being released on the 31st.
Is that the hilt, or are we talking about the Hasbro?
Travis messaged me with. They must have said that on a live stream somewhere. Is there a link somewhere? It'll be awesome. Thanks for the info, brother, and thanks for the super chat. Very much appreciate that. Jeffrey says about Death Troopers. I think we'll get a re-release of the Specialist since the Andor trailer is in the Andor. We didn't even make it to Andor yet, but nothing's off the table. I don't think. I don't know. So let's see here. By the way, I want to transition to one thing if we can. That happened. This happened like an hour and a half ago, whatever it was, right? And that was this thing. Ooh. So Hasbro Pulse drops the new HasLab project, which is this thing right here. This second or third sister. Second sister, third sister, whatever it was. Third sister. Okay. I get it mixed up. And this thing, for those wondering, it is $499.
Jesus.
Okay. And here's photos of it. So there it is. Let's see. It does not spin. It does not. If it spun, I might be like, that's kind of cool. It don't do that. But that would be, can you imagine? That would actually be kind of awesome if it did, but it doesn't. It lights up. It makes noise. It's 6.5 feet long with both blades on there. And it's $499. Now, I find this interesting. I was talking to Mike backstage before the show. That this thing's been up forever. How long? It's got, nobody wants this. 303 backers. When the Razor Crest dropped, this thing was blowing up. Right? I think it got backed in like one day. The Razor Crest did. This ain't going nowhere. And then I was like, let's see what's happening on their. So they made an Instagram post on their page, right? And I was like, let's see what the people are saying about this. So this is what the people are saying. And in the chat, I want to hear your thoughts on this. This guy says, why does Marvel get such amazing HasLab projects? Star Wars gets garbage. This will not succeed. 0 for 2 this year, talking about the Rancor that was earlier. Definitely not getting funded. Seriously, when are you going to start listening? Like, there's overwhelmingly going, like, what the hell, Hasbro? It's absolutely. Can you helicopter with it? That would actually be kind of cool. Another failure. I'm sorry, but this is going to flop harder than the Rancor. So,
do you think they genuinely thought that her character was going to be like people were going to love her character? Because like they dropped the 6-inch and 3-inch. They dropped 3 versions of Reva the other day, like yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, and they're doing this now. Did they think her character was just going to be what everyone wanted?
I'm going to get into this. I'm going to throw this in the chat. Thanks, Seamus. But I'm going to.
I just think it's just exposure, right? I mean, the episode was just released, so a lot of people, I don't think, who are following, let's see, the show, don't really know that much about the character right now.
Yeah, true.
So I'm going to throw this out there for those that are in the chat. We're going to transition because it's relevant to this particular topic. We're going to transition over here to Kenobi chat. So has everybody on the panel seen Kenobi?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna after I posted no spoilers.
I know.
Well, it was true at the time.
It was from a certain point
Sorry,
of view,
guys.
From a certain point of view. So there's your warning. We're going to talk about Kenobi. You guys feel free to bail if you like, but we're going to get into that. There were things I liked. There were things I did not like. I'm going to throw it out there. I felt like some of the episode I felt like I was watching Star Trek instead of Star Wars.
Ooh,
that's a strong.
That's a body blow right there.
I want an explanation of why you felt like it was Star Trek.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. When we're on Alderaan, right? You got little Leia running around doing her thing.
Yeah,
it was perfect. It was too clean. It was too like everybody. It was. I mean, I get it. They're the upper people, and I get it. But I felt like I was on one of those like away missions from the ship that Picard landed on another planet, and everything's like a Zen deal. And they have aliens walking around, but everything's peaceful and perfect. I felt like, and the cinematography was I felt like Star Trek, man.
Well, it did seem a little bit like shot like Wizard of Oz kind of thing. Like some of the backdrops and stuff seemed pretty kind of still. They're like almost like the old matte painting. Like, oh, don't move the camera too much. Yeah.
So I mean, am I out of line? The chat can let me know. But yeah.
I don't know.
When they're on Alderaan, that's how I felt.
Yeah.
So, Seamus, what
I don't know, man. I liked it, and that's the thing is, I think people's.
Well, that's all for Seamus, guys. He's out of here.
Night. Anyway, I really do believe that. I think expectations are kind of. I mean, I don't know how people's expectations should be set to like comparatively to which movies are they what are you looking for? Things like that. And I enjoyed it. I loved the way it looked. I loved the way it felt. It has to have a story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we're telling, we're filling in the blanks, and I love the fact that they started where they started and they gave us, the Jedi Temple scene, and they were kind of working their way through, and it didn't take a lot of time, but it told the story it needed to.
Yeah.
And then it jumped off and it took off with, I think the shots of the, I don't even know what city that was where Leia was at.
Alderaan? Oh, you mean just
Alderaan? Yeah. So, and you see the look and the colors, very like cyberpunkish, that kind of.
Oh, the second episode.
Oh, you're talking about
the second episode. Like a lot of things like that that I saw in those shots, I enjoyed. I loved the way it looked. I don't really have any complaints.
Like,
it had like a Blade Runner and a Blade Runner.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Overall, I'm enjoying it. I'm not down on it. There's just certain things that, I went in with no expectations whatsoever. So it wasn't like I was looking for something particular. It's just those when I get taken out of the story because of it, then I take note of it. That's this kind of.
I think for a lot of people going into it, there's a certain fear because of what happened with Book of Boba, and you start. I mean, it's the opening shots were perfection. You get a quick recap of episode 1, 2, and 3, all the best bits, and you're like, oh, that's epic. And now we're in the temple. Oh no, don't kill the younglings. And then you're like, that's epic. And then it goes wide and you see all these Jedi with being annihilated. And then it jumps to 10 years later. The big thing it had over Book of Boba and all the other shows is the quality of actor. Obi-Wan, Rupert Friend as the Grand Inquisitor, Bail Organa, they were just, they took it to another level. Like that level of acting just was brilliant.
Can we take note of the younglings after their teacher died? How slowly they tried to escape.
Yeah, it was
like they were like, okay, like everybody's dying, but we're just.
They were setting up. They were setting up how Leia's going to run. That's
the Inquisitor. If you think about it, though, the Inquisitor answered that question. Remember, it's kind of ingrained in them to protect those, right? They're protectors. So if they're fight or flight, they're not used to flight. Even as children, they're used to.
No, there was kids getting massacred. It's like one of them took out their iPhone and was checking TikTok or something.
Oh, come on. Now,
I mean, if you said it, a couple of you said it, like the beauty of it is it was so much better than Book of Boba over 2 episodes, and we can nitpick. Yeah. And Leia, for example, running through the forest and running around in the second episode are massive nitpicks because I have a 5-year-old and I could catch them quicker than they could, and these were bounty hunters. It was, and I mean it's nitpicking, but they could have sped that up and they could have done it a bit differently, and it just looks slow. So that was.
I don't like the casting of Leia or third sister. I don't like the casting choice.
Yeah. I mean, if you've been paying attention to the social side of it, there's been warnings before it dropped that Reva's going to get some hate. They were like, be careful, some Star Wars fans are toxic. But her performance, she was out-acted by everyone. Like Grand Inquisitor stood in front of her, and you saw them going face to face, and Rupert Friend, who was the Grand Inquisitor, just was insanely
he was the character while she was just like, okay, I'm in Star Wars. Like
she was just angry for no
good. And I don't even know who the lady is. I have no idea who the actress is. I couldn't tell you her name. I just know that she couldn't do it for me. What do you think, William?
Well, I thought with Leia running around was a little ridiculous in the woods. I mean, if they had a little bit more of her, like, let's say, sneaking around bushes and under stumps and stuff like that, I could see her kind of losing these adults. But I mean, that got a little ridiculous. I was waiting for them just to reach out or just thump her on the head or something, and that would be it.
The whole chase,
that was one thing that stuck out that was not well done. Other than that, though, I thought it was, especially the second episode, I liked that a lot more. Yeah. I thought the set styling was nice. Like it was like Blade Runner-ish, with the neon and the atmosphere and stuff like that. I enjoyed it overall. I think it was pretty good. It definitely was not a Boba Fett book.
You were waiting to see the biker gang from Boba Fett.
Yeah, I was waiting for those
the modders,
Vespas to pull up.
We're only in episode 2. Calm down. We're gonna get there. You never know when it'll be there, but you never know. It might be in there.
Yeah, Mike made the comment earlier. I don't know if it was we were live or not, but he made a comment like, "Are we gonna make? Or is this for adults or is it for kids? Like, where are we at?"
Yeah,
because if it's a kid's show, then you could understand the kid, like Leia getting away. You could understand it.
Yeah. No, that I actually took notes this morning because like I woke up so early and I need my sleep, and I was just like, okay, I just want to remember some of the things about it. And so the really good things I liked were, number one, I love seeing Jimmy Smits again. Like Jimmy Smits is one of those actors in Hollywood that. I mean, he just comes across as such a nice guy. He's a great actor. I mean, even when he was a bad guy in Dexter, I mean, he was just fantastic. So I was really happy to see him. I was really worried when I saw Leia because I do not need this thing to lose focus and do some sort of prequel Leia story. Like, this is Anakin and Obi-Wan. That's the focus of the story. It's how it's been marketed. It's everybody's expectations. I didn't want like Mando episodes dedicated to some side plot that they wanted to kind of weave in. The fact that they got off Tatooine early, I thought was a good thing. But the fact that we saw Joel Edgerton before then as Lars was also great because I mean he was in the original, Return of the Sith, and like he's a great actor, and so it was great to see him, add more depth to that character.
It felt a little Gladiator to me in that scene, like
right,
exactly. That's what I felt. I don't know.
Well, when he stood up to Third Sister as well, again, the acting, he was. Yeah, Joel Edgerton is a superb actor, and he stood there in front of her, and even without him saying a word, he was acting better than Reeve.
Oh yeah, he was acting with his eyes, right?
Yeah,
like, I mean, it was perfect.
Yeah. And she did nothing, man. No. I hope she gets better. I would like that. Maybe that was the first episode jitters or something. I hope she gets better. But at this point, she could be recast, and I would be.
Yeah, right, exactly. It just switches.
Well, they didn't help with that whole in episode 2 with the parkour. Why is she doing all these flips across the rooftop? It didn't add anything, and it confused it. So yeah,
it is. We know this is Star Wars, and somebody said we know it's definitely Star Wars because somebody lost a hand to a lightsaber. So it's just
a red coat. Just check. The two other things just real quick that I liked is I love the 501st cameo. The beggar. I thought that was great. Of course, it makes you just really hope that we see Rex or somebody else. But I mean, that'd be too much for the show. But it was just really nice to have that cameo. And then the last one was the actor Kamal Namad. I can't pronounce his name. But as the charlatan, I thought he was excellent. The fake Jedi.
I thought
he was fantastic, and I really enjoyed him.
When he first showed up, I was like, "Ooh, this is a bit cringe." This is like, but he redeemed himself in that second episode. He was, the way he stood up to Third Sister and like, "I'm the Jedi you're looking for." It was good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. But then the three things that just kind of really bothered me. We already talked about kid running in the woods. You've taken me out of the movie, the show at that point. I just thought that was, just not a good balance. The Third Sister, I am terrified right now that they're going to do a Kylo, Vader, Agent Kallus redemption arc with her. I pray that that's not like on any sort of trajectory because it's already lazy writing with her. Like her character development is just the Inquisitor coming up and saying, you come from poverty or you come from, the stinky part of the Outer Rim or whatever. Just, okay. Character development is not just having a character list off character traits or background traits of a character, and then all of a sudden you've developed that character, right? So I think she's doing very poor acting. I think it was poor casting, but it's also poor writing. And so I just really don't want her to become sort of, redemption arc. I'm done with those, for a while with Star Wars.
Well, there's an interesting thing, Mike. And you said it there, like. The end of that episode where she's got Obi-Wan and she knows he's there and she talks about until we see episodes 3, 4, 5, and 6 to know what's going on with her. But none of the Inquisitors were supposed to know that Anakin was Vader. So that needs to be explained further down the line, or you're going to annoy a lot of people. But more importantly, for her to reveal to Obi-Wan that Anakin's alive was a bit of a. They could have held that back. They could have used it would have been better.
Soon.
Yeah, it'd have been better when we do see Anakin and Obi-Wan together that he reveals it. That would have been a better gut punch. But
Agreed.
Well, and it was reminiscent of the Darth Vader scene, right? Sister, you have a twin sister. Like that was the way to deliver some kind of news for that. But she's just kind of monologuing around for no reason, even though he's 5 feet in front of her.
Yeah.
Which brings me to the last thing that annoyed me about it was the Inquisitor. He better not be dead, because he dies in Rebels at the end of season 1 of Rebels.
Right.
So there's a continuity issue, and I know Filoni wouldn't allow that. But now he just got stabbed through the stomach by.
He's going to get modded.
Well,
Right.
what I've been reading is that the Grand Inquisitor
for the best
changes
for the
hands
big
quite quickly. Like apparently there's new Grand Inquisitors all the time.
And
so
they all look somewhat the same.
Apparently, the argument is that their race, but I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I know. Yeah, I'm with you 100%. Like, he is such a big actor for him to be got rid of after 2 episodes.
Yeah, I was a little shocked by that. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Well, the third sister kind of doing the parkour through the city was.
Yes.
Yeah. It was a miss. I did enjoy, like you said, the trooper, but so far the best part of this series has been the opening in the temple.
Oh yeah,
that was it. Yeah.
Now I don't know if it's just because we all just are Clone Wars nerds or whatever, but the standout is clearly Ewan McGregor. Just he is on it. Like from the first time he shows up, he is on it, and you can tell like the level of talent, or I'd say skill. I would go with skill from him. The performance he's delivering to somebody else, you can tell that he actually wants to be there. Like he So 100%. I'm excited. I cannot wait to see him and Hayden and how.
That's gonna be a plus.
You know, like what has been exceptional was the storytelling to get him off Tatooine was. I know, Mike, you mentioned before, like the Leia angle of it, but it's the best way to get him off island because, and he was reluctant, right? He said no, and then Jimmy Smith shows up and explains
completely agree.
He steps up.
Agree. If it ends there, I am totally happy. I completely agree. It was a great reason to get him off there. Yeah. Now let's get Leia off screen.
Exactly. Like Leia needs to be moved on, and we need to. Yeah, agreed. But the storytelling. It just goes to show you how bad Book of Boba was. Like in 2 episodes of Obi-Wan, we have a beginning, a middle, and an end of each episode and a structure that Book of Boba was missing left, right, and center. So again, another reason why I was beaming after both episodes. I was like, this is Star Wars. It's back. So
his dad would have done it. That's all I'm saying. So Proxy with Super Chat says Reva was in the opening scene at the temple. She knew Anakin. She saw him slaying Jedi. She knows he's Vader.
That's not enough.
For starters, to say that's way too subtle. Like no one was announced as Reva. I know she was a youngling, but either way, I'd seen that theory as well. But that needs to be explained in episodes 3, 4, or 5 to buy into it. As Mike said, it's not enough.
Did you see him get chopped up, set on fire, rescued by the Emperor, put into the tank, then put into his outfit that he has never seen out of?
Yeah, exactly. There's something there that they need for a continuity.
That's a stretch for sure. And then we don't know how they're going to resolve it, actually, but that's a stretch. But we do know that Hot Toys is going to give us a new Vader figure from the show.
Yeah, that was
kind of whatever. I'm always down with another Vader. It's like another clone. I'm cool with that. Whatever. But what everybody wants to see is Kenobi from this show. I took note of this. William, let me ask you this question: if Kenobi was trying to hide, and all the Jedi were trying to hide, why was he dressed like a damn Jedi?
Exactly. Had the robe, had everything going.
He had the hood,
still had his beard. Still had,
the deluxe version is coming with
that. Put on some neon, clothes and spice and all that. Like what? I don't.
Well, you have that continuity, so when you sell more figures, it's not.
And the deluxe can come with the deluxe can come with that blue tarpon that he wears when he goes through the lab, and they can give him a little mask. Right. There's your deluxe figure straight away, right there.
Oh yeah, there you go. And I want a little thing of spice too. So
yeah, what is the obsession with spice all of a sudden? Like, I feel like Star Wars, like spice was mentioned a few times in Clone Wars and maybe once or twice in Rebels, but now it seems like every live action series has to have like a little bit more about spice. Like, now here's the effect of spice. Oh, we have different versions of spice. Like, it's the only illicit thing in this entire galaxy is spice.
Yeah,
and it's legal.
Like Breaking Bad, Kenobi.
Exactly.
There you go.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's what it was, right?
That's
like
a good
walking through the lab.
It was pretty good. Like,
it was.
I enjoyed that. Yeah,
when he dropped it and it took down Flea into the other two there, like that was boom. That's the kind of spice we need.
Yes. Everybody's got spice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I'm sure there's some kind of social warrior BS they got going on with that. I don't know. But it's
when he's hanging out with, he's got his lightsaber hanging from his belt though. I mean,
it was a nice touch. It was a nice touch.
He stole it from a Jedi.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A little bit of a giveaway there.
I am glad he didn't break out the saber and start just. It was too soon for that, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, are they playing on the fact that because it's 10 years since he's used the Force, like when he saves Leia when she's falling down and he really struggles and he doesn't pull the lightsaber, right? They make a big point of the way he fights and the way he punches and the way he rolls people. They make a really big point of him not using any Force powers. I know there's like, if he does, he'll get detected, but the way it looked when he saved Leia was that 10 years of not using them and he was rough. Like he was like, I need to try and find them again, as opposed to it just being at the tip of his fingers.
Well, I think he's got to go through the transition of being Jedi Master to where we saw him in A New Hope. In A New Hope, he didn't really do nothing. So I think somehow we got to get from A to B, and
he has to be ready for this. He has to be. There's gonna be a lightsaber fight between.
Oh yeah.
Well, so we need a training montage, but he also killed, Darth Maul with basically 2 shots. So, like, he has to get it back at some point. He can lose it again later, but he needs to get it back.
You're right. That is tough. That is true.
He had the high ground.
He was on a pebble.
Yeah.
That was in the montage. That was the start of the episode. I've got the high ground.
I don't know, man. I'm super excited for this thing. I just, I didn't expect to love every second of it. But I'll be honest with you. I watched this after watching Top Gun, and I loved every flipping second of Top Gun. And I wasn't going to talk about Top Gun, but Top Gun was.
That's not amazing. Star Wars related. Remember, we had that discussion.
It has ships.
When they announced Willow, you were like, "That's not Star Wars."
I know the Willow thing. Yeah, whatever. Top Gun was.
I will just say this: when I was at Top Gun, and I'm going to drop it again on Tuesday. I was sitting next to this like 20-something, and I had mentioned the fact that when Top Gun came out, that it was like the record of recruiting for the U.S. Air Force, because people didn't realize it was the Navy. And the guy said, "Oh, you mean the Top Gun from the '80s?" And I'm like, "You're sitting here at the premiere of the sequel to that '80s film. There's only one Top Gun. This is the sequel, But he referred to it as like." This was a remake or something. Like, it was just from a historical cinema perspective, it was really upsetting.
Right. Look at this news.
No more Top Gun.
We got news.
Breaking news.
Linda's in.
Linda ordered her first trooper, got the chrome one.
It won't be the last.
Congratulations, Linda. Welcome to the party.
Off the wagon.
Oh wow, yeah. I don't want to sound like I'm just bashing on the show, because I really genuinely actually like the show.
Yeah,
there's just different pieces. So let's flip this. What parts did you like? Let's go into that. Flip that. I liked the Grand Inquisitor. I thought he was badass, and the other guy. He's the second brother? Is that what the hell?
Was he the fifth?
Fifth brother.
Fifth brother. There's too many of them. The fifth brother. I liked him too, because he was like. He was good. The acting was good. He wasn't taking no BS. That was good. He stood up to she who shall not act. It's just I don't know. I liked him. I thought he was cool.
Yeah, it was excellent overall, but I think like Leia, that got a little tired. I mean, I think she was on screen a little bit too much, and unfortunately, the third sister really, her performance didn't shine. I mean, it was like she was just going through the motions of the scenes, and it just didn't seem believable.
Right. That's just bad casting. I think. And like I said, I hope she gets better. I hope she falls into it, and that's fine. Yeah, I have low expectations for that.
The chase scene. That was the only.
I really liked the scene with the Jawa. I thought it was that was awesome. Him bantering back and forth with the Jawa. I thought that was awesome. I was like,
that's can you at least clean my parts when you steal them to sell them back to me? He's like,
that's Jawas are awesome, man. There's no shame with the Jawa. Yeah. No shame. Yeah. And he gave Kenobi gave Luke that ship thing, and he's like, nah, you can't have that. And I did find it interesting that Kenobi talked about training Luke so young. Because I don't think we have any reference to that anywhere else. That he actually wanted to train Luke. So that was I might be mistaken, but I don't remember a reference, even in comics or anything like that, as a reference of him. I don't know.
Well, and it's interesting because he's supposed to bring balance to the Force, right? And then Anakin doesn't, and so maybe he's like looking at him as, okay, his offspring have to be, but then he would be more focused on Leia. So yeah, there's not a tie-in that I can think of where he talks about that.
Well, it was a nice flip, like the trailers we've seen for Obi-Wan, we saw, there's that sequence where Luke's sitting on the hut and pretending he's flying, and to make it about Leia in the first couple of episodes, it was unexpected, and it was a nice twist on it, because they're trying to keep Luke separate. Luke's so focused in other shows, even Mando, right? So it was a nice twist. And I
wanted to see Grogu somewhere in there, like in the background. Grogu's doing spice, and that's how he forgot.
How many people thought that opening sequence? So here's how Grogu gets out of the temple. It was set up for that, based on some of the flashbacks we'd seen in Mando.
Oh yeah, K2SO made a good point here. No 10-year-old speaks like Leia does in this show. I think that's on purpose so she can seem more adult-like. I did think it was weird that Kenobi asked her how old she was when he knows that Luke and her are twins. I thought that was a strange question. I was like, okay, whatever.
I mean, I know we're hating on Leia, but one thing that I think they got right, they gave her the right amount of attitude. The way we've seen Leia in A New Hope and the way she stands up to Han Solo, and they gave her the right amount of attitude, but she must be they need her to be 15 or 16, not 10. Yeah. And I think you'd have got a better balance, and she could have run faster. So,
yeah, right.
She could have used force speed like they did in Phantom Menace, but never again.
And that little droid she had, I think they've already announced a
Hasbro's doing an animatronic.
Yeah,
hey, that's that was there to sell toys. That's
absolutely.
All for, so. And I'm totally okay with that because I'll probably buy one. But
when the 10-year-old Leia hot toy drops, it'll be an accessory to there.
I don't know. We don't have a Padme. I did like the reference to Padme.
Yeah. No, that was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I do want to know how that other Jedi found Obi-Wan, knew Obi-Wan was Obi-Wan. Just all of us. Did they?
Yeah. What was nice was the setup made you think, is it a Jawa watching him, or a group of Jawas, or was it the Tusken Raiders spying on him, and then it was just the Jedi guy that had escaped the town? But he knew it was Obi-Wan straight away. There was no.
Well, and I'm okay if he knew him by visual, because Obi-Wan sent out that message, the holographic message, so everybody knows what Obi-Wan looks like. But how did he just all of a sudden find him in the middle of the desert? It just there's just some gaps here and there that I'm a little worried about.
I'm good at letting that slide.
I'm liking the show.
Yeah,
I just have a little bit more concern than I did going into it now.
Yeah, I got you. I am looking for a reference to somebody posted earlier, the Kenobi hilt going out on May 31st.
That was.
I do not own a Kenobi hilt, so I would need to add that.
I looked, and I don't know where they were talking about. It was announced. I went. Wow,
it might have been on their live stream panel.
I looked. That's what I'm saying. I went through the live stream while you guys were talking, and I didn't see anything. Yeah. And I didn't see anything in the company that shall not be named. I didn't see in theirs either.
Gotcha.
So not sure where it came from.
So we're gonna get live streams of the Who Shall Not Be Named for the next 3 or 4 days, and it's gonna be the exact same content.
That's what they do.
The one thing they did drop, which was nice to see, was the 3 animated figures together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was the one shot I was like, oh, give us those now. Why do we have to wait another year for
Yeah,
those?
they're supposed to be released already, 2 of them.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that would have been nice to have those out during celebration.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, wait, hang on.
Oh, Seamus has found and finding stuff.
Give me. Well, it was someone posted it. Here we go.
Linda
put it in
says,
the chat.
anybody want a reservation code? Linda, if you got one you want to share, throw it in the chat.
Yeah, you can only use it once, though, so you got to be quick.
True story.
There we go.
I will say the one disappointment from the Hot Toys thing is just not having a Clone Wars Obi-Wan drop. Like, I was really hoping for that.
Yeah. Given they teased us that figure, what, 2 years ago now?
Yeah, next to Anakin's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll throw this up on the screen.
Yeah, and Travis John, thank you for sharing that to the group, and I appreciate that a ton.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
I can't catch everything. It is very good to have help. So here we go. This is vote for a lightsaber Jedi Knights of the Republic. Answer Doc Ondor's call. We got to go back to Orlando, Mike.
You just give me the day.
Vote for you what?
Just give me the day.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not the second week of September because I have another child being born during that week. But
Oh,
on either end of that, it's perfectly
50
fine.
degrees.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good move right there.
Hey, Jetta. Hey, Jetta, you have to invite Kevin so that way those two together are in Florida at the park and just watch the magic happen.
Definitely. Let's see here.
That'd be rough.
Oh yeah, I want one of these Camtonos.
Oh yeah,
I want one. I think Cindy's going to Galaxy's Edge in June. So Cindy, I need a Cal Kestis hilt. I need a Camtono. I'll have the messenger. But all right, so here we go. We got Jocasta Nu, Kinlan Voss. Depa. I don't. That's Bad Bat. I don't remember.
Oh come on! I mean, Kanan has to win that one.
Yeah, Kanan Jarrus with Saifa Dia. Like we don't even know what the hell he looks like.
Although you should be able to put it together. Like it should come apart.
Oh, Kanan
Delivered in pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kanan's got to take that one, man. How do I vote? Ooh, I can vote right here. Kanan. Oh, boom! Click a button. There we go. I voted. I let my voice be heard.
You get a little sticker that says I voted.
I actually have one in my truck because we just had to vote. But yeah, I do. Saifa Diaz and no, I mean all the other ones are fine, but I'm gonna go with that one. So we didn't even talk about this because it's on here. I'll bring up Hot Toys page again because this is another reason Mike spent some funds. See if I can find the post. It should be not too far down here. There it was.
Yeah.
Everybody was waiting on this. All right, Facebook, don't be doing stupid stuff.
There, but more.
Come on. Boom.
There.
Yeah, that cost me more pre-orders because I didn't go after them until I knew that they're going to make them all 5.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to see they're doing all of them though. So that's.
I mean, and they've got Wrecker at the show, so that's kind of cool. But
well, the second season's what? Is the second season coming this year or is it next year?
Oh, dude, I don't even know.
There's a second season.
Yeah,
I mean, it'll be great, right? Like they're just going to drop in time, hopefully, for the second season. Because
to be fair, Bad Batch the season did for me what Book of Boba Fett did for Boba Fett, which actually decreased my enthusiasm for them. But I'll still get them.
It doesn't matter. The figures are going to look amazing on the show.
they are.
It's like the Carnage and the Venom figures, like
The movies, yeah.
But the figures are amazing. That's what we got here.
I still like the helmeted version rather than showing the head sculpt. I don't know. To me, it takes away a little bit from the show.
Yeah.
I like it when
Dennis,
it's.
which one's your favorite of the Bad Batch?
What's that?
Say that again.
Which one's your favorite of the Bad Batch?
Oh, it's Wrecker.
Yeah, I'd say Wrecker.
Yeah, all day long. I like Echo, but I'm a Wrecker guy.
I like Tick. You got Ricka, you got Tick, you got Echo.
Yeah.
Ico and Crosshair.
Well, until we get
Crosshair.
Omega, it's not complete. So
Yeah. Well, we have
Hey,
to build some
you
of
never
those.
know.
And Hunter. So that's my my New Zealand
and
accent.
Crosshair with his
I think
audience.
Crosshair's probably got the best head sculpt because he's got the I don't know, just
the target
look
on his
cool.
eye. Yeah.
Be cool. But all right, well, we've been going on this for about an hour, which is about as much as I can handle. And I mean, we could drag this out to 8 hours and just talk about the same thing 14 times, but this
Nah.
isn't that kind of show. So I want to thank William and Trev and Seamus, Mike, you guys coming on board, and we will do this
Thank you
again.
for having me.
I don't think we're done with. I don't think we're done with reveals. I think we got more to talk about, but maybe a Sunday show or something, or a Monday or something like that. We'll talk about that. But and we'll come back, and what we'll do is we will pull our collective pre-order expenses and see what happens. Right?
Yeah, I can tell you right now, it's 0. It's great. I'm good with all of this. Let's go.
Oh man. Well, it is officially Hatchet 11. And, I gotta go hatchet somebody. So Call of Duty. That's Call of Duty, by the way, playing video games.
All right. Well, thank you, and everybody else have a great weekend.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good one. We'll catch you later on.